The sovereign debt crisis has forced Europe to consider a closer union or face a potential financial meltdown. The EU summit last June called for a plan by the end of this year, and the European Parliament has a working document with a battery of questions. This hearing is aimed at sounding out some of the high-level officials who could play key roles in a closer union. The hearing, entitled Toward a Genuine Economic and Monetary Union, discussed the working document drafted by the EPP Group's Marianne Thyssen of the Parliament's Economic and Monetary Affairs Committee. The EPP Group's Jean-Paul Gauzès commented after ECB President Mario Draghi and Financial Services Commissioner Michel Barnier spoke to the committee behind closed doors. He said much still needs to be decided.
The ECB of Mario Draghi said it is ready to have a supervisory role. Now we have to organize that role, organize the relationship between the EBA, the European Banking Authority, with the regulators of different states, especially those that are not members of the Eurozone. Michel Barnier will propose a measure on the 12th of September on banking union, which will bring proposals for solutions.
But Mr. Gauzès says the Parliament is being pushed aside in the Commission's proposed measures and needs to be ensured a role.
There is an incoherence on the one hand on a question so important to resolving the crisis, that the citizens' representatives are not in some way or other associated with the reflection on the proposals. Mr. Barnier listened to us, but it's certainly not enough. We want a bit more.
The working document examines what an integrated financial framework would entail, which countries and banks would be included, and the strong supervisory role the ECB would play.
The ECB will have to be entrusted with the prime responsibility and with the key supervisory tasks to ensure effective, efficient and high-quality supervision. National supervisors who have accumulated experience and developed expertise in prudential supervision will continue to play an important role in this future system.
On an integrated fiscal framework, the document suggests it could go beyond recent measures including the so-called six-pack that strengthens the Stability and Growth Pact and the Fiscal Compact.
A fiscal union needs to ensure sound budgetary policies at the national and European levels so as to contribute to sustainable growth and to ensure macroeconomic stability.
The document raises the possibility of European Parliament approval of national budgets, with the Commission having veto power. Mr. Gauzès questioned both ideas.
Personally, I don't think the European Parliament can approve national budgets. There would be a revolution, and I think the national parliaments would set the European Parliament on fire. What is important is that we take into consideration, as we examine the European budget, the constraints that it weighs on Europe. And on the other hand, as one examines national budgets, we take into account the way the Member States act on the recommendations by the Commission.
The working document suggests a European Parliament role beyond the so-called economic dialogue introduced by the six-pack. It suggests some national expenditures could be transferred to the EU budget and that the Parliament President be invited to EU summits. Accountability and responsibility are the key words in developing a closer monetary union. The aim is to balance the responsibilities and the interests of those who need help and those who are willing to lend a hand, with the European Parliament perhaps playing a greater role in carrying that out. Find out more about the activities of the largest political force in Parliament by checking eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.